All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports on this Juneteenth, on this national holiday, on this June the 19th. And we're going to take advantage of the holiday. We're going to take over the airwaves here on Twitch and have 4 games for you here as we start Week 16 of our current NFL sim season. We'll be going into the last week of the regular season as the playoffs are right around the corner. Our lineups for today will be the Dolphins and the Ravens, the Falcons and the Jets, the Rams at the Bills, and the Panthers at the Redskins. Now, I'm on a little bit early, so we can go over the playoff scenarios right now. Let's take a look at what's going on in the AFC. The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the AFC Central already. They're 13-2. They're locked in as the number 1 seed. The Miami Dolphins, they play the Ravens coming up next. With this game coming up next, the Dolphins and Ravens has no playoff implications whatsoever. Miami is the AFC East winner at 12-3, and they are locked in as the number 2 seed. Win or lose, they're going to be the number 2 seed. And the Ravens have been eliminated from the playoffs. All right, those are the 2 slots. The other 4 slots, it comes down to Seattle, San Diego, and the Raiders. Now, I was a bit premature yesterday. When the Chargers beat the Raiders, Seattle did not clinch the division. All right? Here's why. Now, the Raiders, okay, let's back up. The Seahawks are 10-5. San Diego and the Raiders are 9-6. All right? If Seattle beats the Chargers later this week, they will be the AFC West champions. However, the Chargers are 9-6, 1 game back of the Seahawks. But the Chargers, if they were to beat the Seahawks later this week, they will have won both games. They will have won both games over Seattle, so they have the tiebreaker. So if the Chargers beat Seattle, they are the AFC West champions. If Seattle wins, they're the AFC West champions. The Raiders, they're locked in as a wild card. In fact, the Raiders are locked in at the number 5 seed at 9-6. Win or lose, they can't be any worse or any less than that. Well, actually, they could move up to 4 if the Chargers lose and the Raiders win. But the Raiders cannot win the AFC West because Seattle has beat them twice and the Chargers have beat them twice. So if they tie either of those teams, the other team has the tiebreaker. It comes down now to that final playoff spot as Miami, Pittsburgh, Seattle, San Diego, and Oakland are locked in the AFC. Kansas City, Buffalo, and the Jets are all coming into this game at 7-8. Now, if all 3 of these teams lose and they don't play each other, we won't have a 6th playoff team. But if all 3 of them win, even if only one of them wins, we'll have a 6th playoff team in the AFC. Now, who has the tiebreaker? Kansas City has the tiebreaker over Buffalo, who has the tiebreaker over the Jets. If Kansas City beats Dallas, they're in, and the other 2 are out. Buffalo only gets in if they win against the Rams and Kansas City loses. Doesn't matter what the Jets do. The Jets need help. They have to beat the Falcons and hope Buffalo loses and Kansas City loses. That's the only way the Jets make the playoffs. So that's where we are in the AFC. Let's look over in the NFC, a little bit more convoluted. The Los Angeles Rams, 13-2. They are the NFC West champions, and they're locked in at the number 1 seed. Detroit, 11-4. They're the NFC Central champions. They're locked in at the 2 seed. The Redskins at 9-6 have won the NFC East. They are locked in at the number 3 position. The Green Bay Packers are 9-6, and they are a wild card. And they are also locked in at the number 4 position. Now, positions 5 and 6 are wide open. We have Minnesota, Philadelphia, and the Giants in that order at 8 and 7. All right? All the Vikings have to do is beat Detroit, and they're in. All Philadelphia has to do is beat the Giants, and they'll be in. The only way the Giants get in is if they beat Philadelphia, and it doesn't matter if the Vikings win or lose. Now, we have 2 teams looking in, Tampa Bay and New Orleans. The only way Tampa Bay gets in is if Minnesota and Philadelphia win, and the Buccaneers can beat Cincinnati. New Orleans, the only way they get in is if they beat who they play, which is the 49ers. The Bucs lose. The Giants beat Philadelphia and Minnesota loses. There's just a lot of moving parts in that one there. So we'll just have to, I'll keep you updated as we go through the schedule. All right, 4 games. Let's head out to our first one. It'll be the Dolphins and Ravens. Again, this one, we're going to start things off with a game that has no playoff implications whatsoever, as the Dolphins are in and the Ravens are out. Let's head out there now here at Jammin' Sports. Well, wait a minute. Let's go over the standings. Misty is 94 and 82. She's taking the Dolphins in this one. Gracie is 89 and 88. She's taking Miami in this one. Evil Dead is 117 and 83. Peneghetti is 42 and 31. And Rasputin is 25 and 16. We'll see who they all pick here in just a second. Now then, let's head out to M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland for this one. Dolphins, Ravens here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. It's the Dolphins and the Ravens. And welcome in to another NFL matchup here in Jammin' Sports. Peneghetti is going to take Miami in this one. I had a feeling. Evil Dead will probably do the same. It doesn't matter if the Dolphins win or lose. They're locked in at the 2 seed. And Evil Dead officially takes Miami. The Dolphins will get the opening kickoff underway from Baltimore. From the 7-yard line, Delray Dixon over the 25-30. And Dixon out to the 31-yard line. And that's where Miami will have it, 1st and 10. Starting quarterback Austin Ducre in his 10th year out of LSU. If Miami and Pittsburgh end up tied, that means Miami would have to win and the Steelers would have to lose to the Browns. The Steelers still have the tiebreaker, a better conference record. So there's nothing Miami can do to be the number 1 seed. They're locked in at number 2. And the Ravens at 4-11, well, they've been eliminated a long time ago. Just playing out the schedule here. 1st and 10 Dolphins. Ducre in the shotgun, 4 wide. Ducre looking. Throws deep down the sideline and incomplete. Looking for Nate Moore. Pass was broken up. Let's take a look at the Miami offense. Up front, Gordon, Williamson, Woodard, Trimble, and O'Neal. And then it's Nayor, Flowers, Austin, Helm, and Thompson. Knocking the ball away was Corey Tucker, the 2nd-year safety out of Arkansas. 2nd and 10 from the 31-yard line. Last season, Miami barely won here, 14-12. They destroyed the Ravens earlier in the season in Miami. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Ducre in the shotgun. Ducre sets up a screen pass to Austin. And A.J. Austin close to the 1st down out to the 41-yard line. A.J. Austin, the 4th-year back out of Hawaii. Let's see if he's picked up the 1st down or not. It's going to be hard to beat the 2 games last night. Those were barn burners to wrap up Week 15. He did pick up the 1st down at their own 41-yard line. The Chargers beat the Raiders in double overtime. And the Lions came from behind to beat Green Bay to win the NFC Central Division crown. We start Week 16 here with our Thursday night game. 1st and 10. Ducre to Austin, and A.J. Austin across midfield to the Raven 46-yard line. 13 yards and a Dolphin first down. The first of 4 games for you today. The flex game will be the Eagles and the Giants. And that's later on in the week. That'll be the Sunday night game. And that's a winner-take-all game. The winner is in, the loser's out. First and 10 from the 46. Ducray in the gun. Ducray to Austin. Up the middle. And Austin to the 40-yard line. Gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. And the Monday night game will be the Cowboys and the Chiefs. If the Chiefs win, they're in. If they lose, they'll be out if either the Bills or the Jets were to win earlier in the week. 2nd and 4 from the 40-yard line. Ducray under center. Ducray hands off to Austin around the outside, and A.J. Austin out to the 30-yard line. That'll be a Dolphin first down. Again, last night it was a bit premature. The Seahawks have not won the AFC West as of yet. The Chargers can still steal the title from them, because if they tie Seattle, they have the tiebreaker. The Chargers do. First and 10 from the 30. Ducray under center. Ducray to Flowers, and Kenny Flowers to the 28, a gain of 2 yards. Let's take a look at the Ravens defense. They play a 3-4. Kane, Owens, and Riddick up front. Linebackers, Bryant, Westbrook, Gaddis, and Clements. And the secondary, Ellington, Nelson, Tucker, and Young. And happy Juneteenth to everybody. I'm off today, so I said I'm starting at 4 Eastern. I'm doing 4 games. I'm getting week 16 off and running. 2nd and 8. 4 wide from Miami, 3 to the near side. Ducray under center. Ducray looking, throws near side, and incomplete. A little bit off target there. Be 3rd down. Dolphins at 12-3, AFC East champs, and the number 2 seed. They are locked in at number 2. They'll get a home playoff game in the divisional round. On 3rd and 8, Ducray looking. Ducray looking. He's got all day. Throws deep. And caught. No helm. Had it, and it was knocked away by Aaron Westbrook, the linebacker. Great play by Westbrook. Gunnar Helm couldn't hold on. The 3rd-year tight end out of Texas. He had it, and Westbrook knocks it away. Yeah, you got to catch that. Durante has joined us. Welcome in, Durante. Eric Harden. This will be from 45 yards to get the Dolphins the early lead. The kick is almost blocked, but it's off target. Harden misses. The Ravens nearly blocked that. Remains scoreless. Miami has a hard time winning here in Baltimore for some reason. Like I said, they barely beat them last season. They had to come from behind. They won that game 14-12 when they played here. I want to find the earlier game they played against the Ravens in Miami. See what the final score of that one was. Miami won that game 17-9. It was back in week 8. First and 10, Baltimore. Ravens come out in the offset eye. Their starting quarterback is Key Harris in his 5th year out of Grambling, and Harris promptly gets sacked as I introduce him back to the 27-yard line. A loss of 8 yards. Dante Lockwood, the 7th-year linebacker out of Minnesota, on the sack. I hope everybody's having a good day today. I worked on rosters for next season. I have started to transcribe them. I got 4 of them done. 4 down, 22 to go. But I'll be sticking with 19 next season, so it won't take long to fix the individual rosters once I get there. 2nd and 18. Harris to Marks up the middle, and Woody Marks to the 32-yard line, a gain of 5. Dean Tarrant on the tackle. Actually, it was Dante Lockwood, number 55. And that'll bring up 3rd and 13 for the Ravens. Miami missed a field goal on their opening drive. This is the Ravens' opening drive. Not a bad night in Baltimore, about 44 degrees. 3rd and 13. Harris fakes the handoff, throws, and Crowder holds on at the Dolphin 44-yard line. 24 yards to Zach Crowder, the rookie out of Ohio State. Now, the Ravens gave the Rams fits the other night when they played in Los Angeles in Week 15. The Rams had to come from behind twice to beat the Ravens the other night. Also, this will be the last time we see the Ravens in the foreseeable future. They will not be joining us for Sim Season 38. We'll be putting the Colts back in Baltimore. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Harris hands off to Marks around the outside. Woody Marks to the 45. A loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. Hunter Brookings came up, made the tackle. The 11th year defensive back out of Oklahoma State. Now, the Ravens roster we'll see next season. As the Ravens come out, we'll be putting the Texans back in, and the Ravens roster will just go to Houston. So that means Evil Dead's favorite quarterback, Key Harris, will be still in the league. 2nd and 11 from the 45. 3 to the far side. Harris in the shotgun.
Here we go. Green 39.
Harris hands off to Clark. And Deion Clark to the 40. A gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Christian Harrison came up, made the tackle. Actually, it was Devin Perry, the 3rd-year defensive back out of UNLV. Under 3 minutes left in the first quarter, no score. 3rd and 6 for the Ravens. At the Dolphin 40-yard line, 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris fakes the handoff. Harris looking, rolls out, throws deep. And it's caught. One-handed catch by Lawrence Burns down to the 11-yard line. A gain of 29 yards. Burns just stuck his paw up in the air. And Devin Perry makes the tackle, but watch this catch. Off balance, one-handed. That was a hell of a catch. 1st and 10, Baltimore at the Dolphin 11-yard line. They always play the Dolphins hard here in Baltimore for some reason. Harris looking. Harris throws, caught by Wright, and Griffin Wright down to the 4, a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd and 3. Ravens can get a first down at the 1-yard line. Under 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Ravens come out, 3 to the far side. Harris under center. Hands off to Marks around the outside, and Woody Marks goes down at the 5, a loss of a yard. Knox Campbell, the safety, came up, made the tackle in his 2nd year out of Kentucky. Woody Marks, the 3rd year back out of USC. We'll have the Falcons and the Jets up next. We'll be at MetLife, and that means everything to the Jets. They have to win to stay alive. The Falcons have been eliminated. In the offset eye, Harris under center on 3rd and 4. Harris draws back. Harris rolls out, throws, and incomplete. Looking for Griffin Wright, the tight end, in his 8th year out of Montana. They'll bring up 4th down. And this will be a 22-yard field goal attempt for Everett Moore, the rookie out of Miami. From 22 yards to get the Ravens on the board first. Kick is up, and it's good. Ravens lead at 3-0. 1:16 left to play here in the first quarter. Live from M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 16, our Thursday night game to kick off the week here at Jammin' Sports. Miami is 12-3. They've already won their division, and they're the number 2 seed in the playoffs. They're locked in. Baltimore is 4-11. They've already been eliminated. They're just playing for pride tonight, the Ravens, finishing up the schedule. Miami's in the playoffs. They'll have a first-round bye and will host a divisional playoff game. There's the kick. From the 4, Delray Dixon over the 20, 25, and Dixon out to the 28-yard line. Delray Dixon, the rookie out of Florida State. Oh, absolutely rough year for the Ravens. And just 3 seasons ago, the Ravens won the Super Bowl over the Rams. Hard to believe, and I remember that game. It was a close game. I think it was 16-13. The Ravens won that game. Something like that. It was a close game. Dolphins will take over now. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Ducre in the shotgun. Ducre to Austin. And Austin to the 29, a gain of a yard. Tackle made by number 92, Kevin Riddick, the 11th year defensive end out of Dayton. On 2nd and 9, Ducre to Austin again, big gain, and A.J. Austin out to the 41-yard line. And that'll be a Dolphin first down. We're down to about 30 seconds left. Here in the first quarter, Ravens up 3-0. First and 10 for the Dolphins from their own 41. We're down to 22 seconds. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Ducre under center. Hands off to Austin. And Austin out to the 44, gain of 3. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing last night. The good games happen when you're not here. At the end of 1, Ravens up 3-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. We go to the second quarter. The Ravens lead the Dolphins 3-0. Dolphins have the ball, though. 2nd and 7 at their own 44-yard line. The first of 4 games for you today on this Juneteenth. On 2nd and 7, Ducre under center. Ducre fakes the handoff, throws deep, and caught by David Thompson to the 41-yard line. A 16-yard gain to Thompson, the 12th-year receiver out of Florida, the former Charger and Saint. Something I was looking at, I started transcribing rosters this morning for next season. 2 teams that are in salary cap hell right now. The Dolphins are one of them. 1st and 10 from the 41. Ducre to Austin around the outside, gets the corner, and A.J. Austin breaks the tackle and gets down to the 29-yard line, a gain of 12. First down, Miami. Now, I have not had a repeat Super Bowl winner since Super Bowl 22. The Super Bowl coming up is 37, so it's been a while. What's that, 15 seasons? Miami is the defending Super Bowl champions. If they're going to do it, they're going to have to do it this season, because I've looked at the roster. They're losing some people. First and 10 from the 29. DeCray to Austin around the outside. And Austin inside the 20, and he's out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Gain of 15 yards? Yeah, they're in salary camp hell. It's like, you better win it this year. It'll be. I don't want to give away too much, but I will say that. And there's another team that's also in salary camp hell, and that's the Steelers. First and 10 from the 14. DeCray looking, throws, and nearly picked off. That's Cole Nelson, the 9th-year safety out of Miami. Very nearly picked off. Second and 10 for the Dolphins at the Raven 14-yard line, trying to take the lead. DeCray under center. Hands off to Flowers around the outside. Kenny Flowers in for the touchdown. And that'll be a 14, or make that a 15-yard touchdown run by Kenny Flowers, the second-year back out of Wake Forest. And the Dolphins take the lead. Rasputin has not given me a pick yet. He's probably working today. Out on the West Coast, it's 1:23, so he's probably still at work. I know not everybody gets Juneteenth off. Eric Harden for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. Dolphins lead at 7-3, 6:40 left here in the first half. Live from M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 16, the final week of the regular season here at Jammin' Sports. Normally I tell you who they play next week. Well, the Ravens won't be playing at all. And Miami will have a bye. And they'll host a divisional playoff game during the divisional round, as well as the Steelers. The Steelers and Dolphins. Steelers are locked in at number 1. The Dolphins are locked in at number 2. Over in the NFC, the Rams are locked in at 1. And the Lions are locked in at 2. But this week we'll sort out the very convoluted wild card picture, especially in the NFC. I mean, you've got 5 teams vying for 2 spots in the NFC. There's the kick from the 7-yard line. Deion Clark brings it out to the 30-yard line. In the AFC, you have 3 teams vying for 1 spot. And that's the Chiefs, Bills, and Jets. And the AFC West is still up for grabs. That Charger-Seahawk game will be for the AFC West title. First and 10 from the 30-yard line. The Raiders could be as high as 4 or as low as 5 as a seed, but they're in as a wild card. First and 10 from the 30. Harris under center. Harris fakes the handoff, throws deep, and caught by Griffin Wright out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 21 into Dolphin territory. 8th-year tight end out of Montana. Griffin Wright playing for his 5th team. Dolphins were one of those former teams a couple of seasons back. He's also played for the Bengals and Jets. First and 10 for the 49. Ravens trying to retake the lead on this drive. 6:10 left in the half. Harris in the shotgun. Harris fakes the handoff. Harris throws, and it's knocked down by Christian Harrison, the defensive back. In his 5th year out of Minnesota, they're looking for Griffin Wright. Incomplete. Nice play by Harrison. Nearly tipped it to the linebacker, O'Neal Potts. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Baltimore. 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris hands off to Deion Clark. And Clark stumbles out to the 46-yard line. A gain of 3. Make it a gain of 2. Be 3rd and 8. Deshaun Parker, the linebacker, the rookie out of Ohio State, on the tackle. Third and 8 from the 46-yard line. Harris in the shotgun. Harris looking. Harris throws deep. And wide open. Jared Guy, touchdown, Baltimore. A 46-yard touchdown catch by Jared Guy, the rookie out of Cal Berkeley. And Baltimore retakes the lead, 9-7. The Ravens have nothing to play for, nothing to lose, so they're playing with reckless abandon here tonight. The Dolphins really have nothing to play for either. They're locked in at the 2 seed. But you don't want to go into the playoffs on a down beat, if you will. Everett Moore will come on to put the Ravens up by 3. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. Ravens lead at 10-7. 5:29 left to play. We're in the second quarter. Live from M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 16, our Thursday night game to kick off the week. The final Thursday night game of the season. Dave Justice will kick off. There's the kick. Moore, about 2 yards deep, brings it out over the 20, 25, and Nate Moore brings it out to the 30-yard line. First down, Miami. Nate Moore in his 4th year out of Texas A&M. Now the Dolphin offense comes back out. A.J. Austin only needs 30 more for 100. Having a pretty good first half. But the Ravens are up 10-7. Plenty of time for the Dolphins to score again before halftime. Who received the opening kickoff? I think the Ravens did. Yes. No, the Dolphins did. First and 10 from the 30. DeCray to Austin. Yep. And Austin to the 33-yard line. A 2-yard gain to bring up 2nd and 8. Ryan on the tackle. Brandon Ryan, the 5th-year defensive tackle out of Arkansas. So the Ravens will get the second half kickoff, so it's imperative that the Dolphins get a score here before halftime. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. DeCray under center. DeCray draws back. DeCray, he's got all sorts of time. Steps up. Oh my God. Throws. Caught finally by Nate Moore. Comes back to it. Out to the 42-yard line. 25 yards to Nate Moore. He had all day. Great blocking by the Dolphins up front. He could have finished his lunch back there. Cole Nelson came up, made the tackle. Actually, no, it's number 31. Vince Ellington came up, the 8th-year defensive back out of Indiana. First down, Miami. At the Baltimore 42-yard line. 4:27 and counting here in the half. Dolphins down by 3. Ducray in the shotgun. Ducray pump fakes, rolls out, and he gets tackled back at the 50-yard line. A loss of 7 yards. Aaron Westbrook on the sack in his 5th year out of Florida, the linebacker. And that'll bring up 2nd and 17. The Ravens seem to always give the Dolphins fits here in Baltimore for some reason. I don't know why that is. It is a hard place for the Dolphins to win, regardless of their records. Second and 17. 4 wide from Miami. Ducray in the shotgun. Ducray to Austin. Up the middle, and A.J. Austin makes a nice move, but then trips over his own player at the 43-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 11 for Miami. Last season in Miami's 14-12 win, Miami had a 14-0 lead at halftime. The Ravens came back. They score a touchdown with no time remaining. They went for 2 because it was 14-12. They went for 2 and they didn't get it. Ducray, 3rd and 11. Throws, caught by Nayor. He's going to be short of the marker to the 39-yard line. They needed 11. He got 5. It'll be 4th and 6. Isaiah Nayor in his 3rd year out of Nebraska. This would be a 56-yard field goal attempt if the Dolphins want to try it. They're going to punt. Austin Cannon back to punt. I think that's a smart move. Cannon gets the punt away. And it goes into the end zone, though. Touchback. And the Ravens will have it at their own 20-yard line. Key Harris will come back out. Some highlights. That was the 46-yard bomb to Jared Guy. And that was the one-handed catch by Lawrence Burns. And that was Guy's touchdown again. 2:57 left in the half. Ravens up 10-7 on the Dolphins. Baltimore will have it at their own 20-yard line. Win or lose, this is the Baltimore Ravens' final game of the season. They are out of the playoffs. In the I formation, Harris under center. Ferguson in motion. Harris hands off to Woody Marks. And Marks makes his way out to the 26-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. Lockwood on the tackle. Dante Lockwood, the linebacker. 2nd and 4 from the 26. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Baltimore comes out. Harris under center. Harris fakes the handoff. Throws deep downfield, and he overthrows Lawrence Burns, who is well covered by Hunter Brookings. It'll be 3rd and 4. .223 left in the second quarter. We have the Falcons and the Jets after this. 3rd and 4. Harris in the shotgun. Harris draws back, looks downfield, throws outside. Lawrence Burns rolls out of bounds at the 32-yard line. A gain of 6 and a Baltimore first down. Stops the clock with 2:19 left. First and 10 for the Ravens at their own 32. 4 receivers set wide. Harris under center. Hands off to Woody Marks up the middle, and Marks to the 35, a gain of 3. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Ravens up 10-7 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. 2 minutes left in the first half. Ravens lead the Dolphins 10-7. in a game that has absolutely no bearing on the playoffs whatsoever. Just finishing up the regular season. Get this game out of the way. 4 wide for Baltimore. Harris in the shotgun, 2nd and 7. Harris draws back, throws, coming across Zach Crowder to the 41-yard line. A gain of 6. It's going to be 3rd and inches. Crowder, the rookie out of Ohio State, the wide receiver. Clock is moving. Both teams have 3 timeouts. 1:43 and counting. Ravens come out. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Harris in the shotgun. Harris throws downfield, caught by Crowder. Across midfield at the 47-yard line, a gain of 12. First down, Baltimore. Ravens trying to make it a 2-score game going into halftime. Hunter Brookings on the tackle. I've been thinking this all season, even though the Dolphins are 12-3, last season's team went 14-2. I think last season's team was stronger. 1st and 10 for the 47. Harris looking. Harris steps up, throws, and Clark can't hold on. Deshaun Parker, the rookie out of Ohio State, breaks up the pass to be 2nd and 10. I think if the Dolphins manage to make it to the championship and take on the Steelers in Pittsburgh, I think the Steelers win that game. But I'm getting the cart ahead of the horse. Got to get there first. 2nd and 10 from the Dolphin 47. Harris in the gun. Harris looking. Harris rolls out. And Harris dumps it off to Deion Clark. Out of bounds at the 43, a gain of 4 yards. And that'll bring up 3rd and 6. Deion Clark in his 4th year out of East Carolina. 53 seconds left in the half. On 3rd down, 4 wide for the Ravens. Harris in the shotgun. Harris draws back. Harris looks, throws, and caught on the sideline by, who was that? Lawrence Burns, but he comes down out of bounds, incomplete. It'll be 4th down. I think that was Burns. Yep. Hunter Brookings forces him out. He did not get both feet in. The Ravens will punt, and now Miami will have a chance to possibly tie this game up going into halftime. Dave Justice will come in to punt, the 11th year punter out of Air Force. No, they're going to try a 60-yard field goal. Everett Moore, this is foolish, from 60 yards, the rookie out of Miami. Kick is up, and the kick is way off target. Missed it wide right, and now the Ravens have given the Dolphins the ball at the 50-yard line with 44 seconds left. Dolphins can tie it up with a field goal. That's why the Ravens are 4-11 right there. Decisions like that. Let's see if the Dolphins can take advantage of the short field. Miami has all 3 of their timeouts, 44 seconds to work with. All they need is about 20 yards to get into field goal range. Miami comes out. 4 wide. Ducray under center. Ducray, 3-step drop, throws quickly to Moore. And Nate Moore down to the 36, a gain of 14. Miami takes a timeout. 1st and 10 at the Raven 36-yard line with 40 seconds left in the half. It'll be a 53-yard field goal from here. They're going to want to get closer. James Gaddis, the linebacker, on the tackle in his 7th year out of Colorado State. 1st and 10 Miami at the Baltimore 36-yard line. If you missed our games last night, go to YouTube and watch them. They were both dynamite games. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. DeCray takes the snap, throws outside, caught by A.J. Austin. Picks up 4 to the 32-yard line. Dolphins take a timeout. They have 1 left. Now it's a 49-yard field goal. I'm sure Miami would like to get a little bit closer. I would. Coming up to make the tackle was Bryce Anderson, the 9th-year defensive back out of Georgia. Ravens will get the second half kickoff. On 2nd and 6, Dolphins come out 4 wide, 3 to the near side. DeCray in the shotgun. Single back. DeCray fakes the handoff inside. Oh, you can't take a sack there. A loss of 7. It'll be 3rd and 14. Back at the 39-yard line. They hurry up. 20 seconds left. They want to hold on to the timeout. DeCray draws back. DeCray steps up, throws, incomplete. And that brings up 4th down. They were looking for Isaiah Nayor. This would be a 56-yard field goal. They're going to punt. That sack cost them a field goal. Austin Cannon will get the punt away. And that'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line. 8 seconds left here in the half. Ravens lead it 10-7. Let's see what Baltimore can do here. With 4 seconds left in the half, they'll probably just take a knee and go to halftime. Or run a play up the middle since they're at the 4-yard line. You don't want to risk a safety.
All right, here we go.
Harris hands off to Marks. And we go to halftime. Halftime score, Baltimore 10, Miami 7 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. We get set to start the 3rd quarter. The surprising Ravens lead the number 2 seeded Dolphins 10-7. Excuse me. As we get set to start quarter number 3. Win or lose, the Dolphins are the AFC East champions and the number 2 seed. They're locked in. Win or lose, the Ravens are out of the playoffs. Cannon will kick off. Austin Cannon. He does the kickoff duties for the Dolphins. The Ravens up by 3. Will get the ball first. There's the kick. From the 7-yard line, Brand brings it back over the 20, 25, and out to the 29-yard line. Robert Brand in his 3rd year out of North Texas. Key Harris will come back out to lead the offense. 5th-year quarterback out of Grambling State. Ravens can make it a 2-score game with a touchdown. Miami, of course, is going to try to get a stop. On 1st down, 3 to the near side. Harris under center. Harris fakes the handoff, looks downfield, rolls out, and now he's going to take off. And Harris gets out to the 37-yard line. That'll be a gain of 8 yards to bring up 2nd and 2. Hunter Brookings, the safety, came up, made the tackle. Brookings, the former 49er in his 11th year out of Oklahoma State. Second and 2 for Baltimore at their own 37-yard line. In the offset eye, Harris under center. Harris to Marks, and Woody Marks picks up the first down after the 40-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. First down, Ravens. This would be a pretty substantial upset. First and 10, Baltimore from their own 40. Harris under center. Harris to Marks, and Woody Marks 2 yards out to the 42-yard line. Terrell on the tackle, number 96, Clarence Terrell, the 11th year defensive tackle out of Michigan State. On 2nd down, Ravens come out 4 wide. Harrison under center. Harris hands off to Marks again, and Marks gets nailed for a 2-yard loss. Terry Douglas came flying in there, the 8th year defensive end out of Sam Houston. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9. That Chargers-Raiders game last night was one for the ages. I don't know if you've gone back and watched it in its entirety. It was some game. 3rd and 9, a double overtime win for the Chargers. 4 wide, Harris in the shotgun, 3rd and 9. Harris looking. Harris throws and caught by Deion Clark. He's being covered by a linebacker, not very well. A 15-yard gain. Deshaun Parker couldn't cover him. First down, Baltimore. Devin Perry had to come up and make the tackle. Ravens looking to make it a 2-score game if they can get a touchdown. First and 10 from the Dolphin 45. Harris in the shotgun. Marks in motion. Harris looking, throws, caught by Burns, and Lawrence Burns to the 38. A gain of 8. The 9th year receiver out of Oregon State, Lawrence Burns. There's a Beaver on the field. Is Durante still here? He hasn't texted in a while. 2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line, 4 wide. Harris under center. Harris to Marks, gets the first down. Woody Marks inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. A 19-yard gain. Durante was with me last night for both games. Just amazing games. The Lions came from behind to beat the Packers to wrap up the NFC Central. That game went back and forth last night too. First and 10, Baltimore at the Dolphin 19-yard line. Harris under center. Harris to Clark. And Deion Clark 2 yards to the 17-yard line. Terry Douglas on the tackle. This is a long drive for Baltimore, eating up nearly half of the 3rd quarter. Dolphins have yet to touch the ball here in the 2nd half. 2nd and 8 from the 17, 4 wide. Harris under center.
All right, here we go.
Harris, draw play to Clark up the middle, and Clark down to the 8, a gain of 9, and that'll be another Raven first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Knox Campbell came up, made the tackle. First and goal from the 8-yard line. Ravens come out in the I formation. Harris under center. Harris, play action. Throws to the end zone. It's nearly picked off. Broken up by Deshaun Parker, the linebacker. It'll be second and goal from the 8-yard line. They were looking for Jake Ferguson, the rookie tight end out of Texas. Second and goal from the 8-yard line. Baltimore comes out. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Harris under center. Harris looking. Harris rolls out. Stumbles. Tripped over the turf monster at the 8-yard line. No gain. As Parker was there to touch him down. It'll be third and goal from the 8-yard line. I think he tripped over the 0. Where it says the 10-yard line. I think he tripped over that 0. Third and goal from the 8. 4 wide. 3 to the far side. Harris in the gun. Harris looking. Harris is going to get sacked at the 10. A loss of 2 yards. And the sack was made by, it was number 90, I think. Yep, Peyton Cash, the former Brown, in his 12th year at Virginia Tech, the defensive end. Everett Moore will come on. This will be a 27-yard field goal attempt. It will put the Ravens up by 6. Keep it a 1-possession game. Kick is up and good. Ravens lead it 13-7 with 2:26. They ate up about 3/4 of the quarter. Miami will finally get the ball here in the second half, down by 6. Dolphins can still take the lead with a touchdown. Dave Justice will kick off for the Ravens. There's the kick. About 4 yards deep. Moore will take a knee, touchback, and the Dolphins will have it at the 25-yard line. 2:26 left to play here in the third quarter. M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. Week 16, we're in the final week of the regular season. Our Thursday night game to kick off the week here at Jammin' Sports. Let's see what Miami can do here. Austin Ducre, the quarterback. Everybody in tight. Single back. First and 10. Ducre looking. Oh, they bring the blitz and they get him. Back at the 19-yard line. A loss of 6. James Gaddis on the sack, the linebacker. Boy, the Ravens they've come to play today. It's an absolutely meaningless game, but you still want to win it. Second and 16 from the 19-yard line. Four wide, 3 to the far side. Ducre in the shotgun, second and 16. Ducre to Austin, and A.J. Austin weaving his way out to the 23-yard line. A gain of 4. That's going to bring up third and 12. Aaron Westbrook on the tackle, the linebacker. That'll bring up third and 12 for Miami at their own 23. Dolphins come out. Ducre in the shotgun. Ducre turns right into a sack. A loss of 9. Sack made by Taylor Clements, the fourth-year linebacker out of Stanford. Clements was being blocked by Austin. Austin couldn't get an effective block, and Clements got in there and made the sack. Well, that was not a good series for Miami. Dolphins will punt. Austin Cannon gets the punt away. From the 40, Brand across midfield, and Robert Brand to the 45-yard line. Ravens have great field position, up 13-7. 1 minute left in the third quarter. Dolphins just laying an egg on the final game of the regular season. Now the Ravens aren't exactly tearing it up, but their defense is holding. It has held Miami to just 7 points. First and 10 for the Dolphin 45. Harris under center. Harris fakes the handoff. Harris rolls out, and now he's going to take off. And he gets taken down at the 39, a gain of 6. To bring up 2nd and 4. Dean Tarrant on the takedown, the 7th-year linebacker at USC. We're down to 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Ravens come out 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Harris under center. Harris hands off to Marks, and Woody Marks picks up the first down to the 32-yard line, a gain of 7. First down, Ravens. Hunter Brookings came up, made the tackle. We're coming up on the end of the third quarter. We're down to 10 seconds. Can the Ravens get the playoff in time? We'll see. They do not. At the end of 3, Ravens up 13-7 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. We go to the fourth quarter. The surprising Baltimore Ravens lead the Dolphins 13-7. Miami at 12-3. The Ravens at 4-11. Major upset brewing. First and 10, Baltimore at the Dolphin 32-yard line. Ravens come out in the eye. Harris under center. Harris, play action. Harris rolls out, and Harris is going to take off down the sideline, and he wills himself down to the 22-yard line. A gain of 10, picks up the first down. Well, the Dolphins are in a situation now where they need a turnover. They need something. A field goal makes it a 2-score game. .735 and counting. First and 10, Baltimore at the Miami 22-yard line. In the I formation, Harris under center. Harris to Marks, and Woody Marks pushing forward down to the 13. Another 9-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Ravens. Everybody took Miami on this one, and I would have too. But the Ravens have other plans. 2nd and 1 from the Dolphin 13-yard line. Harris to Marks, gets the first down. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 13-yard touchdown run by Woody Marks. And the Ravens, yes, the Ravens go up 19-7. A 12-point lead on the Dolphins, and they'll probably go for 2 here. Get this team out of here. They'll be gone after this one. And Baltimore will go for 2. 4 wide. Harris in the gun. 2-point try to put them up by 14. Harris looking. Harris throws, caught by Guy. The 2-point conversion is good, and the Ravens lead it 21-7. Yeah, go ahead, Evil Dead. They were just a little bit spicy, yes. They were good. Don't get me wrong, they were good. But they were burning my mouth. You saw the video. They were a bit spicy. Ravens up 21-7. Miami has to overcome a 2-touchdown deficit now. They got to get their offense in gear. There's the kickoff. From the 7-yard line over the 20, 25, 30 on the return. That's Delray Dixon. You know, I had a sneaky feeling too. Wasn't comfortable with the Dolphins coming into this game. The Ravens always play them tough here in Baltimore. Always. You best say yes. 1st and 10. Four wide, DeCray in the shotgun. Make it 5. Empty backfield. DeCray looking. Throws, caught by Moore. And Nate Moore out to the 42-yard line. A gain of 5. He's second of 5. Okay, I'll let this father and son fight it out here. Don't forget Sunday's Father's Day, Pettigrew. Be nice. 2nd and 5 from the 42-yard line. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. DeCray in the shotgun.
Here we go now. Green 39.
DeCray looking. DeCray rolls out. Throws deep. Going for it all. Nayor can't hold on. Tucker knocks it away. Corey Tucker, the safety, in his 2nd year out of Arkansas. Well, nothing but the best for you, Evil Dead. A card and candy. Can't beat that. Miami went for broke, didn't get it. 3rd and 5 at their own 42-yard line. 6:15 left. DeCray in the shotgun. DeCray looks, throws, caught by Thompson. Close to the marker, out to the 48-yard line. He's got it, 1st down. Gain of 5 yards to David Thompson. 1st down Miami, but time is becoming a factor now. Under 6 minutes left to play in the 4th quarter. Ravens up 21-7. I like Mike and Ike's. I like Skittles. My favorite candy bars are a Heath bar, 3 Musketeers, and Butterfinger. I like those. 1st and 10 from the 48. DeCray in the shotgun. DeCray to Austin up the middle, and A.J. Austin to the Baltimore 45-yard line. A gain of 8 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 2. Miami needs to start airing it out. 5:35 left. They're down by 2 touchdowns. They have it at the Baltimore 45-yard line. Ravens are going to exit the league with a bang here if Miami doesn't come back. DeCray in the shotgun, 2nd and 2. DeCray to Austin. Austin gets absolutely nailed for a loss of a yard. Aaron Westbrook. It'll be 3rd and 4. Miami playing a bit conservative here. I had a sneaky feeling, just like Penighetti said, I had a sneaky feeling this is going to be a tough game for the Dolphins. 5 minutes left. 3rd and 4, Miami at the Raven 46. 4 wide, single back. DeCray in the shotgun.
All right, here we go.
DeCray looks. DeCray throws and caught by Riley. Chance Riley down to the 38-yard line. A gain of 8 and a Dolphin 1st down, but the clock keeps moving. Riley, the tight end, in his 4th year out of Virginia Tech. Aaron Westbrook, he's everywhere. He made the tackle. First and 10 from the 38-yard line. Miami comes out 4 wide. DeCray in the shotgun. DeCray drops back. Throws. Swing pass to Austin. But the linebacker is there. And that's going to end up being a 3-yard loss. The tackle made by Terry Bryant, the 14th-year linebacker out of Fresno State. Baltimore's defense has just been playing great today. Again, this game does not affect the playoffs at all. Miami will still be the 2 seed no matter what. Second and 13 from the 40-yard line. Everybody in tight. DeCray under center. DeCray drops back. Throws. Dumps it. Oh, Wood drops it. Russell Wood, the rookie tight end out of Marshall, simply dropped it. And that'll bring up 3rd and 13. You got to catch that rookie, or he won't be with his team for long. Third and 13 for the Dolphins at the Raven 40-yard line. 3:51 left. Major upset brewing here. 4 wide for Miami. DeCray in the shotgun on 3rd down. DeCray throws, swing pass to Flowers, and Kenny Flowers down to the 31. A gain of 9. That's going to make it a gain of 10. It'll be 4th and 3. Miami has to go for it. Vince Ellington came up, made the tackle. 8th-year defensive back out of Indiana. It'll be 4th and 3. The Dolphins have to go for it. They're down by 14. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. DeCray in the shotgun. DeCray, draw play to Flowers, and Flowers on second effort may have gotten there. Down to the 28? Yes. First down Miami at the Raven 28, but we're down to 3:17. And Miami is down by 2 touchdowns. Nice second effort by Kenny Flowers, the second-year back out of Wake Forest. Would not be denied. I think there was an injury timeout on the play. That's why the clock stopped. We have the Falcons and the Jets up next. That'll be followed by the Rams at the Bills. And that'll be followed by the Panthers at the Redskins. 3 more games for you today here at Jammin' Sports on this Juneteenth. Four wide. DeCray under center. 1st and 10. DeCray drops back, looking, throws deep, caught by Garrett. Donnell Garrett down to the 15-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 13 yards and a Dolphin first down. Donnell Garrett, the 7th-year receiver, also out of Wake Forest. First down, Miami. This drive is taking a lot of time, though. 3 minutes left. Ravens up 21-7. Dolphins come out 1st and 10. 3 to the far side. DeCray under center.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
DeCray looking, throws, caught by Helm, and Gunnar Helm, the tight end, down to the 9. A gain of 6 yards. Will be 2nd and 4. 2:35 and counting. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. Ravens still up by 2 touchdowns. It really helped Miami if they scored on this side of the 2-minute warning. 4 wide, DeCray under center on 2nd and 4. DeCray to Austin, and that goes nowhere. A yard at best. Making the tackle, number 98, that's Terry Alcorn, the 4th-year defensive end out of Youngstown State. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Ravens up 21-7 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back. M&T Bank Stadium, Baltimore, Maryland. A major upset is brewing. Ravens up 21-7 on the Dolphins. The regular season finale for both teams. The Dolphins are playoff bound. The Ravens are not. It'll be 3rd and 3 for Miami. At the Raven 8. 3 to the far side. DeCray in the shotgun. DeCray fakes the handoff. Throws and incomplete. He was out of bounds in the back of the end zone. Yeah, I say kick it away also. That'll stop the clock. 1:56 left. It'll be 4th down. Dolphins have to go for it. 4th and 3 from the Raven 8. Get a first down at the 5. DeCray in the shotgun. DeCray looking. DeCray looking. DeCray throws and is caught by Nayor. No, he dropped it. Tucker knocked it away. It'll be a turnover on downs, and the Ravens will take over. Miami is going to finish the regular season at 12-4. They're still the AFC East champion, and they're the number 2 seed in the playoffs. The Ravens are going to finish 5-11. They'll finish out the season with an upset on Miami. Ravens will start from their own 8-yard line. Miami will now have to take their timeouts. They hand off to Woody Marks. Out to the 18, a gain of 10. That's a first down. And Miami takes a timeout. Well, last season the Dolphins finished 14-2. They're 12-4 this time. And I do think they're a weaker team. Get lost, Ravens. We won't miss you. Ravens going out with a bang. First and 10 from their own 18-yard line. Marks brings it out to the 21-yard line. A gain of 3. Miami takes a timeout. They have 1 left. 2nd and 7 for Baltimore. Well, this game had no playoff bearing whatsoever, but the next one does. For the Jets, at least. Yeah, don't let the door hit you on the way out. 2nd and 7 from the 21-yard line. 1:40 left. I have questions about the Dolphins going into the postseason. They're not the dominant team they were last season. Yeah, I had bearing on your record. In the I formation. Harris to Marks to the 23. Miami takes their final timeout. Evil Dead's going to be 117-84. Penningetti is going to be 42-32. Misty is going to be 94-83. Gracie's here. And Gracie is going to be 89-89. Hi, Gracie. How was work?
Good.
Say hi.
Hi. Evil Dead and Penningetti's the ball.
There you go. Oh, well, thank you. She brought me a meal. 3rd and 5 from the 23-yard line. Harris looking. Rolls out. And Harris makes his way out to the 28-yard line. A gain of 4 will be 4th and 1. She must dread walking over you. Well, Miami will get the ball back one more time. They won't have much time left. The Ravens will run this down. Oh, Misty got me a cheeseburger and a nugget. Appreciate that. Dave Justice back to punt, gets the punt away. Fair caught at the 23-yard line. Well, with 52 seconds left, can Miami get a score? Ducre will come back out. Miami out of timeouts. Ravens up 21-7. On 1st and 10, Dolphins come out 4 wide. Ducre in the shotgun.
Let's go. Blue landed.
Ducre looks. Ducre throws and caught by Nayor out to the 32, a gain of 9. Dolphins in the hurry up. 2nd and 1 from their own 32-yard line. Ducre spikes it with 36 seconds left. Falcons at the Jets. If the Jets lose, they are out. If they win, they stay alive. The only way the Jets make the playoffs is if they win, Buffalo loses to the Rams, and the Chiefs lose to the Cowboys. All that has to happen. 3rd and 1, Ducre throws and caught by Nayor. He fumbles. Perfect end to a game as the Ravens get the ball back. Isaiah Nayor fumbles the ball away. A fitting end. Yes, exactly. Let's just end this one. I'm ready for the next. First and 10 from the 42-yard line. Hi, Gracie. How you doing? What'd you get? A cheeseburger? In the victory formation.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Harris will take a knee. Miami cannot stop the clock. Dolphins will finish 12-4. Ravens will finish 5-11. Miami will now wait to see who they host in the divisional round. You get a first round bye. Final seconds will tick away. And your final score, Baltimore 21, Miami 7. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Falcons Jets up next.